What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you the best players you can use in evolutions for the Founders Evolution. So this one has got a fair few days left as it is the starter one. The whole point of a Founders Evolution is the very beginning. Whether we see upgrades onto this card, I would like to think so I would choose accordingly, but also the fact that you want to get it done as it is very, very simple. There is requirements and upgrades that will be given. The requirements is a maximum 83 rated striker or a minimum 75, depending on what you want to do with your evolutions, 85 max physicality, 83 max dribbling, and 91 max pace, and it has to be a gold rare card. So if you view eligibility, we will see a lot of players that it already kind of puts in for us, basically, so you can have a look and search through the major leagues. So for instance, with this one, level 1 is winning 2 squad battle matches on semi-pro, or rivals, or champs. That'll get you your first upgrade, and then the second one is win 4 matches in squad battles on semi-pro, or rivals, or jams. No requirements for scoring, no assisted, just simply winning the match. You could put Wilson in and drop him out straight away if you really wanted to start with. That is how easy it is to actually get this one done. But the one thing is you want to make sure that you are making your right call. So if we start off with the Prem, you can apply filters and it will give you everybody that is available. So as we see, we have got 10 cards there that we can go for. So let's go ahead and load these up. So to start with, I'm going to disinclude Ansu Fati, as I think for me, he is way better putting onto the Relentless Winger. I would suggest going with the higher rated card you possibly can go with for any of the leagues, because as much as Alvarez is going to be a great shout, it would put him up to an 82. Realistically, he's going to get another card. And the argument could stand with Nunez. A lot of people put him as the most popular. That one makes sense to be an 84. If they do get another upgrade, he could be upgraded. The fact that Alvarez could get an inform next week and become an 83, 84 inform straight away. Nunez could do the same, but I think with Nunez, he has got that body type to be worth it anyway. So the start one would be Nunez. He would be my number one shout in the Prem, most definitely. There is a number 2 that we will go through. So if we look at Nunez, for instance, base player is 82. He goes up all the way to an 84 once you finish the Founders Evolution. Ends up with 93 pace, which is beautiful. 84, he's a 3-star, 4-star, as we do get a weak foot upgrade as well with this. A little bit of dribbling, 71 pace, 88 physical. It's not terrible whatsoever. I think this is a cracking choice with Nunez. I think for me, he is the perfect choice in all of this when it comes to the Prem. If we was taking another one from the Prem, Havertz, again, is not a bad option. He can be striker, but for me, I don't think he's worth it. The other Prem striker, I would say, is got to be Danjuma. Another great one that would turn into a 4-star, 5-star, which is absolutely perfect. Probably the better one out of the 3 popular ones to actually get the upgrade. Can be left mid, centre forward, or striker. 4-star, 5-star, has the high medium. Pace-wise goes up to 89. Good amount of shooting. You whack a Hunter on him, he ends up with 97 pace, 89 shooting. And if we see down here, an 87 rated striker. That is fantastic for a day 1 striker. Also, just as a quick kind of point, I will reference this in most of the videos, is if you buy him off the market and then put him into the Founders Evolution, he will not count as a first owner. So if you are utilizing him in the first owner objective, or you want to use him later on down the line as a first owner, it will not count, unfortunately. Even though you technically get a new card, it still takes his old price, unfortunately. So if you want him as a first owner, you're going to have to pack him first. Danjuma, maybe not too difficult. Nunez, a little bit harder, to be honest. But with Danjuma, I think he is a cracking option for a day 1. And to be honest, with the first owner, at the point of when, well, the first owner objective, that's fair enough. We're going to get that done. It's 50 matches. I'm sure you could play 50 matches without him to start with. But when it comes to the objectives later on down the line that maybe turn into first owner, I feel like you'll probably have better strikers by then. So it's not too much of a problem. This is to handle the problem straight away. In terms of Prem then, I think the only other option really, I'd say maybe a Callum Wilson, but I think the pace is not going to be enough for him, to be honest. He turns into an 84, ends up with 83 pace, even with the Hunter on him. 91, I suppose, isn't awful. Again, another one that you could get very, very quickly. And then I think Beto was the last one on that list, which again is not awful. It would end up with a lot more pace, which is always good. 89, then adding the Hunter up to 96. Again, it's not terrible. A 3-star, 4-star, standard, as you like. But I think with them, that would be my tapped out option. I'd say Nunez is a definite. Danjuma would be second for me. Watkins is a perfect example that he's managed to get an 85 in form already. That, unfortunately, is just luck of the draw. He scores a hat-trick, he scores a hat-trick. But I would say Nunez, Danjuma are number one and number 2. Wilson and Beto would be a close third, but I wouldn't necessarily put too much emphasis on them. Then we look at, we've got 2 options selected. We look at Ligue 1. So we've got Lacazette, Jonathan David, as we now know, he's got a road to the knockout. Terrier is definitely not a bad option. Could go with Relentless Winger for him. So again, like Ansu, I feel like oh no, you can't go for Relentless Winger with him. I think it's an 80 max. So he would be a good option. Lacazette's pace, unfortunately, wouldn't be enough. Would turn him into a 4-star, 5-star, which wouldn't be terrible. But I think in general, the pace is most definitely not going to be enough. 75 on that pace, 83. I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. Again, it would be really heavily dependent on if you wanted to go Ligue 1 or wanted to go Olympiacos, if that's what you wanted to do. But in terms of Ligue 1, I think Terrier would be a cracking shout, even though he's always guaranteed to get cards. Like, genuinely, I think he got 3 SBC cards last year, which was crazy. Or a Player of the Month, I want to say it was free, because he got a Player of the Month, he got a Rule Breakers, and then I want to say he got another one, but he might have actually been in the team for that one. But we had a Hunter, 95 pace, 90 shooting. That wouldn't be a bad option for Ligue 1 in my opinion. Then if we look at Serie A, another great league that you can go with, plenty of players on the list here. I think it's Vlahovic has got to be a number 1 shout there. Is it D or Dyer? I don't know how you pronounce it, but another great shout with him. But 85 Vlahovic, 3-star, 4-star, has the little bit of ability, but the agility balance is going to be a bit of a hard one to swallow there. You could argue if we went for an engine instead, you get a bit more pace. He's already got the 91 finishing. You get a bit more balance and agility, I suppose. That could be an option you'd go for, but it would depend on how you play with a striker. If you had a very pacey, agility-based striker with him, wouldn't be a bad shout. I really wouldn't go for many over here. Raspadori I have heard as a big one, but the problem with him for me... Oh, I was going to say Relentless. I was going to say there's no way to the Founders, but you could do Founders into Relentless Winger as well, or vice versa, you do it the other way. You could just go Relentless Winger for him. So, again, I would go as max to the rating as possible. I wouldn't necessarily go for like an 80, because there is so many other evolutions you can do for that. I would literally try and stick to like 81 and above. D or Dyer, however you pronounce the name, 84 as well. 3-star, 4-star, bit of pace on him. You'd end up with 85, 84 shooting. Little bit of agility balance. He's got 89 finishing. The engine would give him 81 and 81 balance and agility, which isn't terrible. Hunter would give him 93 pace. Again, not a bad one for a starter, and this is the whole point for the Founders. It's not necessarily to get yourself a mad striker. It's about starting your club. We go into Bundesliga. Werner is the obvious option for this one. 84 rated with the 5-star weak foot for him. Personally, the one I did on my main account, as I wanted to get first owner and didn't have Nunez at the moment. Ends up with 99 pace with a Hunter with 89 finishing, 92 shot power as a standard, and 87 rated striker up front. But as we saw just, another great one is going to be Schick. Is again, get a little bit of an extra bonus, a 4-star, 4-star, adds that, add a Hunter onto him. Again, you've got an 88 rated striker if you look down there. 90 pace, 89 shooting. Again, it's not an awful one. Then I think fun. Did we have Haller was another one there, I'm pretty sure. Why have we got so many things open? We got Haller, I'm pretty sure. Again, he might be a little bit low paced for my liking. Kramaric, not feeling as well. But then the final league for the major leagues, most definitely, you've got La Liga. That is going to have Gerard Moreno, Morata, Borja, En-Nesyri, I want to say pronounce the name. You've got Unal, Ferran Torres, but again, relentless winger could be another one for him. Avia, and then we go down a bit further. I think for me, if I'm looking at there, I'm thinking Morata or En-Nesyri. Morata would go up to an 85, which is standard. Nice one because he gets the max rating out of it. Then he does get a 4-star weak foot. We go with the Hunter, 93 pace, 90 shooting. A little bit less on the agility balance, which is fine. 88 rated striker in front of goal. Not a bad option, definitely seen worse. And then En-Nesyri, we get 84 rated, 3-star, 4-star as standard, 84 pace, 85 shooting, which goes up to 92 and 90 as an 88 rated striker. Terrible balance, very, very bad balance on him. But he does have a bit of strength, nothing too crazy. Again, it could be a nice one. If you looked at just generically throughout the whole of them, I think in terms of women, I don't think there's really any that stand out massively for me here, so it is mainly the top leagues that I'm looking at. If I'm thinking the top answers for founders, Nunes would be prem solely by Danjuma, Werner would be the next one, and then I think I'd be swayed with a bit of Morata, to be honest. But I do think in terms of the popular votes, they are the better options in my opinion, and it is why they're popular at the same time. I think that is just a self-explanatory one, but I'd say Nunes is got to be top of the top for me. If you can get him very cheap, I don't think he's very expensive at the minute. If we can click onto him from here, oh, that would have been much better. If we can go for it and just see what the price is of him, that's not going to give me it. If we go Nunes, he is currently coming in at 4.2. For me, I think that is a perfect price to get him done. If you're starting the game off, it's an easy one to get done. He obviously evolves into the 84. I think that's a very, very easy win for me. They're going to be the best evolutions you can do for founders. Let me know down below which one you'd like to see next, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.